Madden is a complicated game, and sometimes knowing one single tip can be the difference between winning and losing. So in this video, I'm breaking down 20 pro tips that every Madden player should know, starting with the most basic beginner tips and going all the way up to tips that will help you at the highest levels of competitive play. At number 1, the small juke move is by far the best stick move in the game. All you have to do is let go of the sprint button and then flick your right stick to the left or right, and your ball carrier will do a small, quick juke to the side that has an extremely high chance of faking out the defender. Combine this with the jukebox ability and you'll be almost impossible to tackle in the open field. At number 2, going for the strip is by far the most effective way to force fumbles. To go for the strip, as your defender gets near the ball carrier, press RB on Xbox or R1 on PlayStation and you'll see a strip ball animation play out during the tackle. If you time it right, then there's a chance that the ball will come out and you'll have forced a momentum shifting turnover. At number 3, throwing the ball away is one of the biggest differences between a beginner passer and a pro passer. All you have to do to throw the ball away is click in on the right stick, also known as the R3 button, and your quarterback will throw the ball out of bounds, hopefully near one of your receivers, so you can avoid an intentional grounding penalty. This is a way better option than throwing into heavy coverage because it's always better to live to fight another down than to turn the ball over. At number 4, the cut stick is the most reliable way for a smaller defender to bring down a larger ball carrier. To use the cut stick, as your defender gets close and is about to make the tackle, flick the right stick down. This will cause your defender to dive and take out the ball carrier's legs, bringing them down for no further gain. At number 5, drags are one of the most effective routes in Madden for beating man coverage. Not only do they get excellent separation against their man defenders, but with the improved rack animations in Madden 24, your receiver only needs a step on the defender for the drag to really be wide open. It's important that you always pass lead these throws in front of your receiver, and that'll allow him to keep his momentum and quickly get upfield after the catch. At number 6, this is an easy way to greatly improve your user skill on defense. The best Madden players in the world utilize the Strafe feature, which keeps your player's shoulders squared up to the line of scrimmage while you're running around in coverage. To strafe, just hold the left trigger on Xbox or L2 on PlayStation. Use the Strafe feature while you drop back into coverage as you watch your opponent's routes develop. Once you identify a receiver you want to guard, then let go of the Strafe button so you can sprint at full speed and make a play on the ball. At number 7, when you're down near the goal line, there's a new dive animation that'll allow you to go up and over the line to get your ball carrier into the end zone. Anywhere else on the field, holding X on Xbox or square on PlayStation will cause your ball carrier to do a normal dive animation, but if you do this around the 1 yard line, then you can get this super dive animation to launch yourself over the defenders and across the goal line. At number 8, this is the easiest way to prevent your opponent from scrambling outside with their quarterback. You can put your defensive ends in QB contain assignments by double tapping RB or R1, and when your opponent tries to roll out of the pocket, your defensive ends will disengage off their blocks and bring the quarterback down. For the best results, spread your D line so that the defensive ends have better leverage, and that'll keep the quarterback from going anywhere. At number 9, this is the best way to prevent your quarterback from fumbling when running with the ball. Whether it's on a scramble or a designed quarterback run, before the defenders get near you, you need to tap X on Xbox or square on PlayStation to tell your quarterback to get down and avoid getting hit. Make sure you lightly tap the button rather than hard pressing it, because a hard press will cause your quarterback to dive forward, which doesn't always have the best results. At number 10, here's how you can make power options and speed options 10 times more effective. This is a strategy I teach in my Chiefs Gun Tight Open ebook over at playbookprofessor.gg, and the first step is to identify the pitch key defender who will have a P icon above his head. After the snap, run straight at the pitch key defender, and before getting to him, hurdle by pressing Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation, and then pitch the ball by pressing LB or L1. The hurdle makes a massive difference on these option plays because it raises the point of release on the pitch and makes it almost impossible for you to accidentally pitch the ball into the body of a defender. At number 11, a new feature you need to be aware of in Madden 24 is the adaptive AI in the run game. If the number of linemen plus linebackers on the defense is equal to the number of linemen plus tight ends on the offense, then once you use a run play more than 3 times in a game, the next time you use it, linebackers will react much quicker and the D-line will shed their blocks faster. This means for you to have the most success possible on the ground, you should cycle through several run plays, and if you have a money run play, try to keep it in your back pocket until you really need it in a crucial situation. At number 12, RPOs are extremely powerful in Madden 24 for a variety of reasons. First First off, the blocks on RPOs hold extremely well on both the run component and the pass component, making them at times feel unstoppable. And second, RPOs don't trigger the adaptive AI that'll kick in after you run a normal run play too many times, meaning if you have an RPO that your opponent can't stop, there really isn't a downside to running it over and over again. At number 13, one of the most effective offensive tactics in Madden is to audible around between different formations before snapping the ball. Not only does this put your opponent at a disadvantage because he has to see the new formation before making adjustments, but defensive adjustments are also really slow and laggy this year, making audibles even tougher on the defense. The most effective audibles are the ones that have minimal motion where you can quickly audible and then snap the ball instantly, like going from gun bunch offset to gun bunch strong nasty in the Eagles playbook. At number 14, one of the most effective ways to guard a corner route is to have a backed off outside cornerback playing in a cloud flat. It's important that he's backed off rather than being pressed, because if he's pressed, then he won't be able to drop back deep enough to get in position to play the corner route. And to have him drop back even deeper, go to your coaching adjustments and change your zone drop flats to 30, which will have him taking away nearly any corner route in the game. At number 15, running back wheel routes are one of the most effective routes for beating man coverage. Whether it's a stock wheel route or a hot routed wheel route, what you'll often see is when a defender is sliding outside to guard the wheel route, the running back will fly right by and leave him completely in the dust. Make sure you freeform the pass up the field to put the ball out in front of your running back, and you'll be bombing your opponent's man coverage for huge one-play touchdowns. At number 16, here's how you can easily shut down your opponent's annoying RPO bubble screens. All you have to do is take a defender who's lined up slightly inside of the bubble screen receiver, like a linebacker or slot cornerback, and man him up on the receiver by pressing A on Xbox or X on PlayStation, and then up on the right stick for man coverage assignments, and then select the icon of the bubble screen receiver. After the snap, your defender will run straight at the bubble screen, and if they throw to him, you'll bring him down for no gain to put an end to that bubble screen nonsense. At number 17, if you're throwing to a receiver on a post, crosser, or streak who appears to have beat his defender by a few steps in man coverage, you need to use a freeform pass to lead the ball in front of him. While your receiver might look wide open, even a normal pass lead away from the defender can result in the throw getting undercut and swatted away or intercepted by the defender. To freeform a pass, hold the left trigger or L2 as you're throwing the ball, and that'll allow you to pass lead the ball further than the standard pass lead radius. I recommend the default freeform settings of near and 7 out of 20, but you can adjust these as needed if you want more or less freedom in how far you can lead your passes. At number 18, use this hot route for short, reliable yards against zone coverage. This is the tight end delay fade, and while it's not nearly as glitchy as it was a few years ago, it can still be extremely valuable in certain situations. To put your tight end on a delay fade, just press up on the right stick from the hot routes menu. After the snap, your tight end will wait for a second before releasing, and with all the zone defenders backpedaling in coverage, it'll leave your tight end open for some easy yards underneath. At number 19, a high-level adjustment that pro Madden players use is called a scissor. Against formations where there's one solo receiver and one running back lined up on the same side, the setup is to use individual man coverage adjustments to man up the safety on the solo receiver and the outside cornerback on the running back. This is so effective since it takes away flat routes to the running back as well as any deep routes like streaks and posts from the outside receiver. At number 20, this is how you can give yourself the best chance possible of recovering an onside kick. From the kickoff menu, you want to select the strong onside kickoff play, and then on the kick menu, you want to select high kick. On the kick meter, you just have to stop the marker at around 75% on both the upswing and the downswing, and doing that will cause the ball to bounce up high, and the receiving player will be forced to try and high point the ball right around the 10-yard mark you have to kick it past. When this happens, there will be a decent chance of the ball getting knocked out of his hands, and your team can jump on it. So those are 20 tips that'll absolutely help you win more games, and if you guys want to see a breakdown of Henry's offense that won him $40,000, then go ahead and click on this video right here.